Can you hear me and see my full screen?
Yes, very clear.
Okay, thank you. So I am Yew Seng. I'm from Arite M, a company based in Singapore. Okay, just to introduce my company, we are the first and only Singapore company that has a license for private mobile operators. So we have a license from Singapore government to install fiber and also to install telecom equipment in public areas. And also we are working with MVNO to offer wider solutions to our customer. So what is our solution? We use private LTE or 5G solutions with our own spectrum given by the Singapore government for mission and business critical applications. What are these? Control of unmanned vehicles, drones, unmanned boat, unmanned vehicle in a beyond visual line of sight environment. Also for Industry 4.0, we use it for high accuracy positioning and timing. The main feature of what private solution can offer is low and consistent latency, which are required in the mission critical applications. Another very good benefit of private mobile network is total isolation from the internet. So this is like the highest level of cybersecurity. And the spectrum is a valuable resources. So we are also working to use TV white space channels, riding our private LTE and 5G signals on this extra spectrum. Use cases, they are both traditional and also emerging one. Traditional is first responder. They want now they want broadband instead of just narrowband voice. For control of unmanned vehicles, they need live video streaming. Industry 4.0, they need time critical live operations. We realize that in the market, a lot of the current wireless connectivity are not good enough. Wi-Fi is short range, as you know. Wi-Fi is also shared by many people, so there's no guarantee from non-interference. Public telco is also a shared network with many users and also non-exclusive usage, and subscription can be expensive as well. Spectra, land mobile radio, they are all narrow band. Narrow band, as you know, they cannot be used for very good video. So we see the opportunity to use private cellular network with its advantages, of course, all the advantages stated here. And it need not be expensive because this is also leveraging on the overall LTE and 5G ecosystem. Market needs, Singapore has been a peaceful country, but in 2013, we had a riot in a place in Singapore called Little India. And from there, it exposes our weakness in wireless comms. The situation was not very well handled because the police got problems talking to one another because the radio waves are jammed. And also we know that unmanned platforms like drones, robots, USV is unmanned surface vessel, unmanned boat. UGV is unmanned ground vehicle. You can only operate them properly if you have reliable wireless communication. If not, then there'll be a lot of accidents and crashes. And also for the first responder forces, during emergency, when they want to communicate wirelessly with one another, they found that the public network is jammed. Why is jammed? Because a lot of the public, the consumer, they see the accidents, they will want to download or upload video. So the public network is jammed. Of course, the security forces also have their own private communication network, but they are busy using this network to talk to one another. So if we have been telling them, if they want to control robots, because now there's an emerging use of using robots or drones, they need a separate channel. And private mobile, private LTE or 5G can provide for these needs. For Industry 4.0 as well, Industry 4.0 emphasize on flexible setup. Flexible setup means your assets in the factories or in the workshop, you should not be fixed in position. That means it is very troublesome to use wired communications. It needs to be wireless. So out of all the wireless solutions in the market, we are advocating a cellular mobile network, both private as well as public. It can be in a small cell indoor, and they provide all sorts of application features, voice, text, video, as well as data. And all these features are inherent in the LTE 5G standards. What is private cellular mobile network? It is still standard-based, 3GPP based. It is not our own proprietary technology, so you don't have to worry about locking in to proprietary technologies. It still leverage on the commercial LTE 5G ecosystem for cost effectiveness, and its deployment need not be very elaborate. It can be deployed on micro towers or small cells, for example, put on a lamppost. And the core network need not be as big like a data center. It can be just a rack with a few servers, and that is a core network already. And private mobile can also be used on all sorts of spectrums, licensed spectrums, unlicensed spectrums, or shared spectrums. So advantages of this is targeted coverage. Need not be nationwide coverage. It can cover, like for example, just for enterprise premise. It will give better performance because it's dedicated, better protection, and better control. Another side benefit of private mobile is it is very good and better for controlling drones. Because for public cellular network, they tend to tilt the antenna down because most of the users are on the ground level. But when you tilt it down, it is very hard to point the radio signal to the drones flying. But private cellular, you can customize the tilting of the antenna. This table shows advantages of private cellular technologies, both 5G as well as 4G. So it is obvious that they have a lot of advantages over other technologies, Wi-Fi, narrowband TETRA, as well as IoT technologies. As for private versus public network, both 5G and 4G, another advantage is for private mobile, you can adjust to have more uplink than downlink. Public network, they typically want to serve people for downlink because most of the users, they want to download things, not upload. But for enterprise, you want to have more uplink because you want to upload, for example, your video from your drones and so on. So we have implemented private mobile, but we have also integrated private mobile with public mobile. So this is one project we have done. It is the use of walkie-talkie, but in this case, it is not just voice. Traditionally, they use voice, but in Singapore, for example, we have a lot of foreign workers, right? When the Singaporean supervisor talk to the foreign workers, sometimes because of language problem, they find it hard to understand one another. So we use a PTT walkie-talkie. By talking only, you may misunderstand each other. But when you show each other the video of what's happening, from the video immediately, you can understand everything. No need to talk so much. So we have provided a press-to-video solution to the shipyard. Press-to-video means it is a walkie-talkie. The moment you press a button, instead of just talking to one another, you can show your live video to everybody. So this has been implemented, and we have used private mobile as a primary channel for more emergency communications because this channel is dedicated. However, we also have integrated a public mobile for more routine communications as well as backup. So in this handset, there are two SIM cards. One is our SIM card, private mobile. One is the public telco SIM card. Our private mobile solution has also been used to control drones. This is being used by our Singapore police, as well as in another trial called the CAAS, which is a Civil Aviation Authority. They want to try out whether it is safe to fly drones in a very dense urban locations. So they use our private mobile, which is a primary channel with dedicated spectrum and resources. But to be very safe, they also want to back up. So they also use public mobile, LTE 5G, as a secondary channel, because they know that public mobile is, the spectrum is publicly shared. So sometimes you may get jammed. So we combine both private as well as public mobile. And this gives us improved resilience to the operation of drones. So you can see here, we fly the drone in a very dense urban environment. This is one project, CAS project. The other project we have done for the Singapore Police is to use drones for surveillance of some coastal areas, as well as to deliver some emergency medical kits. Besides drones, we have also done projects using our private mobile to control USV. USV is unmanned surface vessel, which is unmanned boat. Unmanned boat is used by the Singapore Coast Guard to go after intruders who come into our waters. They find that to chase after the intruders, it is very dangerous for a policeman to be on the boat. So it is safer to use an unmanned boat. So same here, they use our private mobile as a reliable channel with dedicated spectrum and resources. But to be very safe, they also use other wireless solutions, including public telcos solution, satellite comms, mesh solutions, and so on. And together with this, it improves the resilience of the communication, and it enables them to control the USV from a control room. So this is the so-called beyond visual line of sight operation. That means the controller is not looking at the boat directly, he's in a control room. So you get all sorts of information there. And this is enabled by combining private mobile as well as other wireless solutions. Okay, that is my last slide. So for RETM, we are building first mover innovation and references in Singapore. And we want to also complete our platforms. And we want to work with consortiums in the region to develop our business as well. So if you have any collaboration opportunities, please contact us. So our email and numbers are here. Thank you.